this month's new makeup launches. Some yes, some absolutely not. Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Carmel, and in today's video we have our next episode of Buy or Buy, where we take a look at some brand new makeup launches and see whether they look like they're going to be worth the money or whether they're going to be an easy pass. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, then please do keep on watching. Let's kick off with some new concealers. RMS have just released, literally within the last few days, the Revitalize Hydra Concealer. Now this has me super intrigued for two main reasons. So the first one, olive toned people, listen up, there are olive shades. I can't quite believe that I'm saying that. Actual olive shades, and I am delighted. Shade ON014 is an olive neutral for light to medium skin. Oh my goodness, this is so incredibly rare to see. Don't think I've ever used an olive shade of concealer before. Actually, I don't think I ever have. To see those shades and to see such a wide range of shades is so delightful. This retails for €38, and on the RMS website, there's actually a free brush with purchase. This is another concealer that has a built-in brush rather than a doe foot applicator, which is very, very interesting. The only thing that is kind of putting me off this concealer, and it's just a little concern that I've got, it's about the actual formulation. So this claims to have something called Titanil, which is trademarked. It claims to be a natural retinol alternative. Okay, a natural retinol alternative. So for me, obviously my concern is going to be, are my under eyes going to cope with a natural retinol? I don't for 1 minute think that this is going to be a strong retinol, but it is something that I am wary about, let's put it that way. It claims to conceal, correct, brighten. It claims to give a medium coverage with a satin skin-like finish. So obviously I'm thinking, with a medium coverage, is it going to cover my darkness very well? I like medium coverage foundations, but I like full coverage concealers because of the darkness under my eyes. And if we just move on to the next one, there's another concealer on the way, but this is a drugstore concealer, and this is from NYX. So NYX are releasing the new Wonder Snatch concealer, and I'm obviously excited over this because one of my favourite drugstore concealers is the NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer. And do you know what? I gave NYX a little bit of a hard time at the beginning of this year, but they seem to have redeemed themselves with the last few things that I've tried from them. So I do have faith that this is going to be decent, and it comes in 30 shades, which is great. It's going to retail for $7.99. It claims to be a buildable formula which blends seamlessly into a matte full coverage finish, which is something that I know that I'll probably like. 24 hours of wear, 24 hours of hydration, waterproof, fade and transfer resistant. I think this is available at the moment in the US, but it's not here in the UK, but I'm not going to moan about that because in my last Buy or Buy video, I moaned about the NYX Fat Cheeks liquid blush and then it appeared. So maybe they were listening to me, who knows? I love the NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer, but I don't like the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer. I'm not a fan of that. So is this going to be a new holy grail, or is it going to be rubbish? We'll see. I will definitely get that when it becomes available. I've got a lot of concealers to test in the next few months. Oh my goodness. Armani have released a new skin tint, and I've been really into skin tints recently, I guess because it's the summer and I like lighter coverage in the summertime. So they released this first in the UK, so I can't get it here in Ireland, but I'm traveling to the UK. I should be there when this video goes out actually, and I have ordered it to my parents' address. So this Armani skin tint retails for £36. I do think it's going to be released in the rest of the world in the next few weeks from what I've heard or read on the grapevine. Read on the grapevine? Do you read on the grapevine or do you hear? I think you hear. So this claims 24 hours of hydration and weightless wear. Now this bit does concern me a little bit. It claims to have light catching golden hour pearls for a radiant healthy look. It contains hyaluronic acid and, of course, niacinamide, which hydrates, perfects, and boosts luminosity. Now, I'm going to say that when I was trying to choose my shade, I was in the horrors because although there are categories, so fair, light, medium, tan, deep, There were no descriptions of any of the shades. They were just L2, L3, blah, 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 blah. They didn't actually tell me what the undertone was. So I had to go based on the models. So in the end, and I don't think this is going to be right for me, so I ended up going for L4. And I don't know if I've got this correct. I don't know if it's going to be too light, too dark, but because it's a skin tint and because I'm assuming it's going to be fairly sheer to light coverage, I will be able to get away with it. And can I just say, and this is a bit of advice if you are planning on buying any, for example, Armani, Dior makeup, I'm always going to now leave the links to the actual website because I only ordered the skin tint, right? And I found a code for 10% off. And with my order, I am getting 6 free things. So I'm getting a mini eye tint, which is free, a mini lip power lipstick, which is one of my favorite formulas, and I'm getting some perfume samples. It's always worthwhile going straight to the retailer, straight to the brand, because you tend to get treated a little bit nicer than you do when you order from third-party retailers. So that's just a little tip. Go straight to the website because they tend to treat you a little bit nicer. And who doesn't love free stuff? Because I definitely do. So anyway, I'm going to be testing that thoroughly when I get to the UK, and by the time I come back, I'll be ready to give you my review. Catrice have released a new mascara, which I am 100% getting because it is a tubing mascara. So it retails for €6. So as with any tubing mascaras, it has that innovative technology where the polymers wrap around each individual lash and you just remove it with warm water. As you know, Catrice are an absolute favourite brand of mine, but I've never really been obsessed with their mascaras. So Catrice and Essence, they are owned by the same people, and I always go for Essence mascaras. They produce some of my absolute favourites of all time, never mind at the drugstore. So when I saw that they were releasing this mascara, which is called the Stay in Place Volume Mascara, I was really excited. I'm interested because it says it's volumizing, and traditionally tubing mascaras are not really that volumizing. Lengthening, absolutely, but volume, not so much, because they tend to really dry fast and they tend to just give you a really nice amount of length. So I'm intrigued and I'm excited in equal measures. So yes, I will absolutely be picking that up and trying it out. But Catrice don't just have a new mascara out. They have released a blush palette. It's called the Blur Balm Blush Palette. Oh my goodness, it looks incredible. I do not need any more blush at all. It's ridiculous now. My blush drawer is overflowing because I have this weird obsession with blush. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it's come from, but I just adore it. So I was thinking to myself, I'm not buying any more blushes now for ages. But then Catrice, this blush balm and the swatches, they look beautiful, so gorgeous. I wonder how big this is going to be actually, because I do have a little palette, a little face palette from Catrice, and it's teeny tiny. So this palette includes 4 blushes, 1 blush lighter. What the heck is that? What's a blush lighter? Is that like I'm assuming it's a hybrid between a blush and a highlighter. Okay, Carmel, obviously self-explanatory. And 1 highlighter topper. So this claims to have an innovative balm to powder texture, which melts seamlessly onto the skin, delivering a soft, focused, blurred effect with buildable intensity. That sounds nice. Really nice. But you might have to wait a little while for me to get my hands on it because they're little tricksters. I can't get my hands on Catrice as easy as I would like. This is not makeup, but I wanted to talk about it. Rare Beauty have released a new perfume being released on the 7th of August. I don't know when this video is going out. It's currently the 3rd of August. So this claims to be a warm, romantic blend of caramel, pistachio and vanilla with spicy hints of ginger and sandalwood. And it's going to range between $30 and $75. And the thing that I loved about this is the design of the product. So this is designed with accessibility in mind. So you can press it with your palm, press it with your 4 fingers, or spray with 1 finger. I really like that about Selena. I think that her and her brand, her team, they always have inclusivity in mind. They always take everybody from all walks of life into consideration, whether it be with the design of their physical products or whether it be the shade ranges. I'm not the type of person that will blindly buy perfume, so I won't just take a shot in the dark and buy something online. I will have to go and smell this. So when I'm in the UK, I will not be far from a Space NK or a Sephora, so I will make sure that I pop in and have a little sniff of that, because I really do love Rare Beauty. I love the majority. In fact, I don't think there's anything I've tried from her brand that I've not really enjoyed. So I know that it's going to be good. I feel it. So I will definitely take a little smell of that and let you know what I think. There is not much information on this next release, but I'm going to talk to you about it anyway. So Tom Ford is releasing a new foundation. So the Architecture Radiance Hydrating Foundation. So this is obviously the glowier hydrating version of the current matte version of this foundation. I wanted to talk about this because I have never really been someone who has bought into Tom Ford products really massively. I have obviously tried stuff from the brand and thought it was absolutely lovely. But I guess I just wanted to talk to you about this so that you're not wondering whether I'm going to review this new foundation. I have had a Tom Ford foundation before, the foundation stick. And I cannot lie to you, it is incredible. It's the most stunning formula. I really did enjoy it. I mean, they have discontinued it now, much to the dismay of many people, but I can't deny that it was a flawless formula. And I know that this foundation is probably going to be the most perfect foundation for me, my dry skin, and my preferences, because I love hydrating, beautiful foundations. Now, there's no information out at the moment about what the finish is going to be, but I just know what it's going to be. I know it's going to be beautiful and luminous, but I also know that it's going to cost about 150 euros, and I'm just not willing to pay that. So it's not that I don't think it's going to be flawless, and it's not that I don't want it, because believe me, I do. I want to try it. But am I going to get it? Probably not, because I'm just not willing to pay that money. And I could not sit here and say, I, hand on heart, think you should spend 150 euros on this foundation, because I just couldn't do it. It's different when it's a tool or whether it's something that you are going to get, you know, long-term use out of. But just a foundation, no, I just can't do it. So the chances are I'm not going to pick it up and I'm not going to review it, because I just don't think I can, hand on heart, genuinely sit here and recommend it to you, no matter how perfect it will look on the skin. So yeah, I just don't think that that's going to be crossing my path, unfortunately. So Victoria Beckham has released another blush, and this is the Colour Wash Blush Water Tint. So it's available in 3 different shades, and I've not really seen any reviews of this. I've seen people kind of talking about it in passing, but it looks incredibly sheer, like you would expect a cheek tint to look. So it claims to be a long-wear watercolour inspired flush. It's a slow setting stain. It has activated water technology. Formulated with seawater sourced from the rocky cliffs of northern France for mineral rich hydration. Do you know what? I actually love that about Victoria. I do. I actually adore Victoria Beckham. I just love her. And I just love that description. I mean, where else are you going to get that? Seriously. And it's made in Italy, and I'm sure it's divine. I'm sure it is. I think if you are someone who looks for natural makeup, then you will adore something like this, because cheek tints are very, very underrated actually. They're not really my cup of tea, but if someone was to say to me, can you recommend a very long wear blush? I would say a cheek tint. The e.l.f. cheek tints, the lip and cheek tints that they've just released are so good. But this is just not something that's up my alley, especially not for €51. I'm just not going to spend that on something that I'm not excited by. I don't want to pay €51 for predominantly water. Just kidding, Victoria. I'm kidding. Don't hate me. I can't do this video without talking about these new Urban Decay eyeshadow palettes. because I actually made myself laugh looking at them, and not because I think they're bad at all. So these are the multitasking eyeshadow palette. So there's a cool and there's a warm palette. I talk all the time on this channel about how basic I am when it comes to my eyeshadow. I do not deviate outside what I like. That is just me. I've always been the same. I'm not someone that you will come to for colourful eyeshadow looks. But even for me, who is boring, okay, and I know people tell me off when I say that, but come on, you've got to call a spade sometimes. For someone like me, who doesn't deviate outside this, even I was a bit bored looking at those pictures. One thing that is a little bit exciting about this palette is the fact that it's not just for your eyes, it's for your face as well. So you can use it to contour, shape and lift. Do you know what? I'm sure that the formula is absolutely gorgeous. I'm sure that it is. I have lots of Urban Decay eyeshadow palettes that I've obviously loved and that helped to really inspire and fuel my passion for makeup. But there's nothing in those eyeshadow palettes that provide me with even a smidge of excitement. Even for me, I'm not even excited by those. It's a shame because I don't know whether it's the pictures. Is it the pictures that are not doing these justice? Obviously, it's a no-brainer. I'm not going to get them, but we'll see when the reviews come out. I'll be very, very interested to see if they are at all in any way exciting in real life. I just wanted to quickly talk about this release from MAC. So MAC are releasing a new Skin Finish Light Struck Liquid Highlighter. A liquid highlighter? It has hydrating skincare ingredients like everything else, delivers 24 hours of hydration and 12 hours of radiance for a glass skin effect that lasts. So it says mix into your base, hit the high points of your face, or wear alone for an all-over natural looking gleam. Oh, I don't know how I feel about this. So the shades look nice, but on the swatches, they look a little bit glittery. I don't know if you are seeing that or whether it's just the images. I mean, you can't really judge until you see it, but everybody knows I love a good glow booster. So I guess like Natasha Denona and her liquid bronzer that had a pump, these have a pump. So I think for makeup artists, they are very handy, and, you know, MAC are going to be aiming their stuff at makeup artists. I would be interested in using this as a bit of a glow booster, maybe to mix in with a foundation. I don't know. This is either going to be a product that I will love or I will detest with a passion. But once I've seen some reviews, I'll definitely make a decision as to whether I'm going to give it a whirl. Okay, I wanted to finish off by talking about something that isn't makeup, but it is beauty, and it's the newest release from Kim Kardashian, and it is her shapewear for the face. So this is the Skims face wrap, and apparently it sold out immediately, which isn't shocking because Kim Kardashian could sell a carrot and it would sell out immediately. And I get it. I get it. Everybody wants to look like her because she's beautiful and perfect. But this genuinely did pique my interest, not because I'm going to get it, because I'm absolutely not going to get it. You know, are we really going to buy everything that these celebrities are pushing on us? I think this retails for about $50, something like that. And this is not a new concept. Things like this have been around for a long, long time. Face wraps like this were actually designed for people who've had surgery. So whether it be a facelift or other facial surgery, helps to compress the face and reduce swelling, etc. So it really is nothing new. But I think because of the success of Skims, and I've never tried Skims, but I've heard amazing things about her clothing, that people will actually buy into this and think that if they use it, they're going to look like her. Are we really going to be thinking that we're going to get a snatched jawline like Kim Kardashian? Because let's be honest, she has the most snatched jawline I've ever seen. I mean, look at her mum, Kris. And we know, right? We know. That's all we need to say. We know. It just got me thinking, do things like this work? Have you tried anything like this? Have you tried face yoga? Have you tried other tightening devices? But I just don't know what this is supposed to achieve. Is it going to give you facelift results? Nah, I really doubt that. But would you be someone who'd be tempted to try it? I guess if you were to suffer with a fair bit of puffiness in the face and you need some lymphatic drainage, maybe it would help with that. I don't know. I won't be reviewing it, but I'll definitely be watching some reviews to see if it does actually make a difference. But to be honest, I'm pretty sure you can go on Amazon and find a surgical wrap that will be probably 4 times cheaper than what you're going to pay from Skims. So they are all the products that piqued my interest this month. Is there anything that you've seen that has been released or that is on the way that you are very, very interested in? If there is, let me know down in the comments. And if there's something that you want me to review, I will obviously do my best to facilitate that. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I so appreciate you being here with me. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next video. But until then, take care and bye for now.